Pradhana and start the session. Om Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Om Annado Sri Jagannatha Madguru Sri Jagadguru Mamatma Sarva Bhutatma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Om Akhanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. The only Guru of three religions, Sutraita Theeram, originator, sensational writer, Hindu virtue donor, the emperor of spiritual kingdom, Sri 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 Acharya Prabodhananda Yogeshwar. We are learning Traita Theeram Bhagavad Gita, written by Sri 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 Acharya Prabodhananda Yogeshwarudu. I pray Guru to make us understand the wisdom in a proper manner. Last week we learned 25th Slokam from Vidya Guhya Yogam chapter. Let us recap what we learned last week. Yanti deva vratan devan pitrun yanti pitruvrataha bhutani yanti bhutejya yanti madhyajino apimam. What the Absolute Soul told to us is, whoever worship the demigods, they will attain them. Whoever worship the ancient forefathers, whoever died, they will become them. Whoever worship the ghosts, bhutas, they will attain them. Whoever worship the Absolute Soul, they will attain Absolute Soul. So we categorized the people into four sections who worship different ways. So one who worships demigod, second one the ancestors, forefathers, third one the ghosts and bhutas, ghosts are bhutas, fourth one is the worshippers of Absolute Soul. So all three are making the devotee to attain respective of them. But the fourth one, which one will make liberate permanently and becoming the God. So we need to understand which way is the best. So which is the right path? Whom do we have to worship? So that is what we learned in the last week. Let us move on to 26th Slokam today. This Slokam has a lot more explanation that's provided by Swami. Let's keep more focus on this Slokam and learn in depth about this. So what is this 26th Slokam? Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhaktyupahkrutam prayatatmanaha. This Slokam is talking about Absolute Soul. Absolute Soul himself is telling us this Slokam. What is this Slokam? The meaning of this Slokam is, whoever with greater devotion offers at least leaf, flower, fruit to the Absolute Soul, then he is going to accept it. He is going to accept it. The Absolute Soul is going to accept it. Whoever offers him with a greater devotion those things: leaf, flower, fruit, water. These are the four categories he told. So we have to clearly understand about this, why he said four things, four parts only. So, since it is an important slokam, we have to understand it in a right manner. Let us dive into the interpretation what Swami provided to us, preached us. If there is a home of 6 people in it, their names are like this: Linga, Ranga, Bhima, Soma, Rama, Venkat Rama. Like that, 6 members are in a family. Suppose in a family. So why we name the people? Because in order to identify a particular person, we will provide a name tag to them. So whenever you call with a name, that particular person is going to come to you. That is what the names are being used. So if you thought to call Linga, but you call Ranga, who will come? Ranga comes, Linga does not come. So that's your mistake. You should call with a proper name the particular person. So otherwise you will be treated as a crazy guy. Okay. So similarly, in our body there is mind, buddhi, chittam, ego, uh, ghost, that is a mortal, and tattvam, which is a soul, immortal soul. So there is a mind, intellect, chittam, ego, mortal soul, immortal soul inside the body. These are all 6. So whenever you refer mind, we will come to know what mind does. If you call buddhi, you will come to know what it does, right? So you have to know the internal parts and understand each one of them and their function. So when you say mind, and if you refer the activities of intellect to it, then it is totally wrong. So you will be called, we can say, um, non-intelligent fellow or idiot. Okay. Why this is explained over here is, in the Slokam also, God said prayatatmanaha. Prayatatmanaha, by just looking at this word, many people interpreted it as mind or intellect. Some people interpreted it as mind, some people interpreted it as intellect. Here clearly said prayatatmanaha. So prayatatmana, atma, the word atma is coming out, right? Atma means immortal soul. So prayatatmanaha means the pure soul here. The meaning is pure soul. So just leaving it, the actual meaning of it, they referred mind and buddhi, manas and buddhi. That is totally wrong. So if some rationalists think about this, they will directly tell on our face that whatever you are saying, the spirituality and immortal soul, all those things are trash, they will say. So because of their writings, their interpretations, some people are going away from the true notion of true divine wisdom. Here in this slokam, God referred about a leaf, fruit, flower, leaf, flower, fruit, and water. God does not need any of these things. But there is a speciality referring to these things in the Slokam. So here Toyam means water. Toyam means water here. Patram means leaf. Pushpam means flower. Phalam means fruit. All these parts belong to the tree itself. So tree contains these things. These things belong to a tree. If you think about a leaf, how long it will survive on the tree? Just an year only. Just an year only. Fruit will fall down after some days. Flower will fall after a day itself. But the water containing in all three items will stay forever. So the temporary things, fruit, flower, leaf are there, right? Within them, they contain the water which is the permanent one. The permanent water contains within the impermanent items, flower, water, fruit. These three items, flower, water, fruit, belongs to movable nature, which is perishable. The water which belongs to immovable nature, which is imperishable. You can't destroy that. Like that, in our body also, we have the emotions. We have the divisions of dispositions inside our head. What are they? Tamasa, Rajasa, Satvika. The mortal soul stays inside them. The mortal soul is also perishable. The one who is in the soul portion, immortal portion, he is not perishable. In the Shlokamu also he is saying that you leave imperishable and perishable, all those things of all the four items, and reach me. When we reach the absolute soul, we are not going to born again. So whenever we don't understand this Slokam meaning in depth, so we are not going to understand the Slokam in a right manner. We can't identify the true meaning from that, and we can't know the mystery inside that. Okay, so here there are some questions arising from this Slokam. The first question is why he told about 4 parts of the tree. Why didn't he tell about 5 or 3? Second one is why did he tell about the parts of tree only? Third one is why he told about the 3 parts, flower, leaf, fruit, and the water which is inside all 3 items. The fourth one is why didn't he ask assets, money, vehicles, something from us? Why God asked only leaf, fruit, flower, and water? Fifth one is if a man is surviving in a desert, if there is no tree at all, so then how come he offer those things to God? Why didn't he tell at least offer a soil to him? Like that, there are so many questions are coming. So we have to know answers for these questions. Anyway, we are unable to get the answers for these questions. We have to depend on the Guru only. Swami provided the greater explanation to it, so that our all doubts will go away and all the answers to the questions we will get it. Let us see the first question. Why did God ask only four things? Why didn't He ask five or three things? So, here the answer is the one who is worshipping, the worshipper contains four things within him. He has to offer four things. That's why God referred here four things. Four, four things only. So when we offer four things and we cross the four things and reach fifth one, that is the fifth level is the liberation, that is the salvation. So God said, that's why God said that. So if you leave four things, then only you will reach absolute soul. So that is the answer for the first question. Let's go to the second question. Why did he tell all the things related to tree only? So all the things whichever a man has to offer to God are existing inside the human being only. So there is a thing which is comparable to the human being is in the outside world only the tree. So there are the how the things uh, which are imperishable, perishable inside the human being. The similar way they are there in the tree as well, because the perishable leaves, fruits, flowers are there to the tree, and also the imperishable water is there in the tree as well. That's the answer to the second question. So what is the third question? Why did he tell? Why did he tell uh, the God to offer leaf, flower, fruit, and all these three things containing the water, containing water which is inside all these three parts? So here the answer is all the human beings have emotions within them, and there is one part which has no emotions that we call as yogam portion. So within three emotions, in all three emotions there is a power, energy is spread inside that. That is a conscious energy spread inside that. There is one conscious energy which is invisible, and which is the reason for movement of the body as well. The center of the force, the center of the energy is located in the middle of all the three divisions of disposition. That is the fourth place. That is the placement of Atma portion of Yogam. So that is the base. That is the base, and it is providing. That is the base for all three divisions of dispositions as well. So how the water is spread inside the leaf, flower, and fruit, similar way, uh, inside, inside the human being, similar way, in the for a human being, inside him there are three divisions of dispositions, right? In those divisions of dispositions, immortal soul is also spread over there. How the water is spread whole tree? If you cut the tree bark or something else branch, so water will come out from that. That's why the whole tree is containing water in it. Similar way, the human being body is having the conscious energy everywhere. His whole body is spread with the conscious energy. That is the immortal soul. Immortal soul is spread inside the body in each and every part, from head to toe, everywhere the immortal soul is spread. Let us move on to the fourth question. So why didn't God ask to offer the assets, money, and the things we have? Instead, why did he ask leaf, flower, fruit, water? That is the question, right? So we need to know answer for this one. In the external world, there are so many people who earn millions and billions of money. If God can ask, they are ready to offer. Even some of the people are making very diamond crowns and offering in the hundis to um, gods itself, right? So why why did not God ask that? Instead, why he he asked very cheaply these these four items only? Those are leaf, flower, fruit, and water. So some people may think that, oh, God might be dumb. He is not having any intelligence in it, right? So, but what God said in Bhagavad Gita, the intelligence is me, he said. The intelligence in the human beings or any creature is him himself. So, such kind of God, how come he is non-intelligent person? How come he is dumb? We are the dumb. The human beings are dumb because we did not understand the notion of God, what he said over here. So God said all his wisdom within the body. He drew a line which is called boundary of the body. All the dharmas are within the body itself. We have to learn everything looking into our body. So we have to apply all the wisdom within the body itself, not to the external world. So that's why God did not refer the things about the external world. So some people may think that, but God said leaves, fruits, flowers, all are related to external world only, right? Some people may ask that question. So the answer to that is, so here the tree is like a body, our body. Tree is like our body. So inside the tree there is a creature. Inside the tree there is a creature as well, mortal soul as well. In order to reach the God, in order to attain the God, so we have to offer all our emotions and yogam, everything, and then go to the fifth position. So the, the matching things the things which are matching to the spiritual standard are the leaves, flowers, and fruits of the tree only. So that is why God also referred about these things, right? Okay, so that is why God does not need any money, assets, things, external world related uh, mm, things, nothing he need. So here we have to understand that instead of offering those external world related things, it is better to offer the emotions and the yogam portion, four things to God. Because God said in above Slokam that Yanti Deva Vratan Devan, Yanti Deva Vratan Devan. So before that Slokam, also he said that, so whoever worship the demigods, they will attain them. Whoever worship the bhutas, they will attain them. So when he said so, why did he tell you to offer those things to him? And also God does not have name, form, action at all. Which way you are going to offer these things to God? So you can't offer. So when there are no forms of demigods, how come you offer these things and where do you put those things? So that's why there is a bigger secret in the Slokam itself to understand. That's what about the fourth Slokam. Let's move on to the fifth, not fourth Slokam, fourth question, answer to the fourth question. Let's move on to the fifth question. So, if there is no tree present at all where the human beings are there, then God, if God asks to, to offer him a soil at least, that would be better, right? Some people may ask that question. Let's dive deep into this answer that's provided by Swami to us. There are some interpreters who interpreted Bhagavad Gita. What they interpreted is, if there is a poor devotee, anyway, he cannot offer money, assets, uh, things, gold, ornaments, whatever are there, they cannot, anyway they cannot offer to God, right? So those kind of people, at least if they can offer a leaf, a flower, a fruit, or water, so God does not think wrong, and he will surely accept that. So that's what they interpreted in some of the Bhagavad Gitas. So after reading that interpretation, a child got some questions. He is telling this way: there are rich people who are going to the Lord Venkateshwara Swami temple in Tirupati, and they are offering thousands and millions of money in the hundi over there, and some people are making crowns with diamonds and offering to the god over there. So in such situation, if a poor fellow goes to Tirupati, that fellow, that guy also, at least he has to take uh, at least he has to offer the god either flower, fruit, or leaf, or water to him. So that means God seems to be God seems to be having a desire, wanting. What kind of wanting? So even he is not uh, ignoring the poor fellow. He is wanting uh, something from poor fellow also. If we see, there are the people who are selling the flowers, they are selling the leaves as well. Whoever is selling the fruits, they are selling the water bottles as well over there. So even the poor fellow also has to pay some money and buy them, offer to the god. So when we see this one, this seems like, so God is saying to us that don't come with your empty hands, bring something to me. This is like how a auntie will be asking her daughter-in-law to bring something um, from her mother's home, from her mother's home, like that. So this way, that boy, that boy thought that, oh, God seems to be having a desire. God seems to be having desire. And another boy beside that boy uh, is questioning that God should give something to us. Why he is asking us? That's what. So like that, these kind of questions are arising, right? So when we have the interpretation like above, so there will not be proper answers to the questions just these boys posed, right? Those questions. So there will not be answer for that one. So that is why this Bhagavad Gita, in this, the Slokam did not talk about the poor or rich over here. This refers to all the humanity, all the humanity. So the proper answer for the question over here is, with respect to God, rich and poor, everything is same for him. There is no difference in that. So though it is a truth that if trees are not there, at least a soil is there, soil can be offered. But God did not refer about the tree and its parts, so which belong to the external world. So he referred about the tree inside our body, inside our body. The person who knows some bits and pieces of the wisdom, he can clearly understand that God referred our body as a tree and the immortal soul as a water, and the fruits, flowers, leaves are as the divisions of dispositions, and they will think that we need to leave them. We need to leave them. Then only we can go to the fifth position. So if we don't have inner sight into our body, then all the meaning will go in wrong direction. So we can understand, then we are going to understand that, oh, like us, God also is having desire. So God will not have any desires. God is emotionless. God will not have any emotions at all. So God has no form, no shape, no task at all. He will not have any emotions. So why God said these things is to understand well the wisdom, the spiritual wisdom. In order to make us to understand spiritual wisdom, he said so many principles. So whenever we see with the wisdom eye, then only we can understand that one from the Slokam itself. Since God is the one who is the creator and who is providing everything to us, how come God is going to ask again us to give them back to him? So in order to follow according to this Slokam, he said another Slokam after this Slokam. So he said, whatever he said before this Slokam and whatever whatever he is saying after this Slokam, if you can observe everything, then you can understand the notion of Lord Krishna very clearly. So that is why this Slokam is not like in all other Bhagavad Gita slokas. This Slokam meaning is very, very special in this Bhagavad Gita itself. So don't ask, Swami is saying over here is that, don't ask that where did you bring this meaning from, meaning and which dictionary you referred. Just you go through and understand with greater interest on the God, then only you will understand the notion of the God in a right manner. Otherwise you will go into the wrong direction. So if you have any questions, you can ask. If not, let us do Mangala Prardhana and end the session. Om Mangalam Gurudevaya Mahaniya Prabodhatmane Sarvaloka Sharanyaya Sadhurupaya Mangalam. Prabodharpanam to everyone.